Good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency Safety Commission strengthen campaign against smoking in public areas. President Tinubu vows to eliminate security threats, violence in Nigeria. All the foreign and European Union chiefs arrive Kiev in show of support for Ukraine. And in sports, former Nigerian international urges Austin Eguavoen to call up informed players for World Cup qualifiers. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, in collaboration with the Lagos Safety Commission, has intensified its advocacy campaign against smoking in public places. The two agencies of the Lagos State government jointly took the advocacy to Lagos Island to sensitize lounges, nightclubs, and hotels to designate a space for smoking in their establishments and not allow smoking in open spaces. The campaign, according to the agencies, is aimed at stopping smoking in public places because of its negative impact on human health and the environment. General Manager, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency LASEPA, Tunde Ajayi, explained that the campaign is in line with the year 2014 No Smoking in Public Places laws of Lagos State, focusing on public health and the environment. Ajayi warned that all public facilities must be equipped with smoke detectors and areas designated for smoking must be marked with visible signs. In his contribution, Director General / CEO of the Lagos State Safety Commission, Lanre Mojola, noted that the campaign, which marked the beginning of a sustained sensitization initiative focused on raising awareness about the health hazards posed by indoor smoking, aligning with Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being. Mojola noted the increasing challenge of shared spaces such as lounges, bars and clubs where smoking can harm non-smokers who frequent these venues. Lagos State government has announced a traffic diversion on Marine Bridge for repair work commencing from Wednesday, 4th December to Tuesday, 25th February 2025. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi said during the repair work, motorists from Apapa in West Lagos Island are advised to go through Costain roundabout to link Eko Bridge and connect Lagos Island for their desired destinations. Oshiemi said from Apapa, motorists may link Ijora 7-Up through Marine Bridge to access the ramp to connect Ijora Causeway Access Road through Ijora Oluye to Ijora Causeway to link Eko Bridge and connect Lagos Island for their desired destinations. He said motorists from Apapa Inmot Ijora Causeway / Ido are advised to link Costain Roundabout to access Eko Bridge and connect Ijora Causeway to access the ramp through the U-turn on to link Ido for their desired destinations. Oshiemi implored motorists to be patient as the diversion is part of the traffic management plans for the rehabilitation works on the asphalt pavement of the road section by the Federal Ministry of Works, Office of the Federal Controller, Lagos. Citizens have been advised to stop stigmatizing people living with Parkinson's disease. Founder Parkinson Africa, Omotola Thomas, said this during Walking Football and Parkinson's Disease Tournament 2024. Thomas noted that the foundation supports and empowers victims of the disease through education and access to medication. She noted that the Walking Football Tournament also assists patients in building their mental capacity.
So we work with different organizations across Africa We have support groups. We have educational, webinars. We work with different local organizations, about particularly in April, which is World Parkinson's Day. We support and sponsor local organizations with Parkinson's awareness campaigns.
On the spot, Acting Executive Director Adeomi Desalu Parkinson Foundation, John Akinola, said the foundation adopted the walking football from Western countries so as to incorporate exercise as a means of therapy for Parkinson's patients.
We are growing. Last year we had, I think, 8 teams max, but this year we are having like 20 teams comprising of corporate organizations, and volunteers. So the word is spreading. A lot of people is getting aware about Parkinson's, and I believe that by next year we are going to be having like maybe 50 teams. Keep your life going. Don't let Parkinson's ground you.
Survivors who shared their testimony commended the convener of the event for the support. Parkinson's disease is the disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement and often includes tremors. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has reiterated his administration's commitment to eliminating security threats and violent crimes in Nigeria. Tinubu also commended the armed forces for successfully hosting the second African military games in Abuja. The president, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, delivered the commendation during the closing ceremony of the competition at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. He praised the military for showcasing the true essence of unity and camaraderie, which transcends borders and strengthens the ties that unite the African continent as one family. Tinubu emphasized the importance of unity and the strength that comes from collaboration, noting that events like the African military games promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being. He also called for deeper ties among nations and a stronger sense of camaraderie among military personnel to achieve success. The Nigerian Guild of Editors, NGE, and the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, have called on the Nigerian media to use its platforms and wide outreach to transform the lives of the nation's 110 million children. The call comes against the backdrop of alarming statistics that nearly half of all Nigerian children live in poverty. 41 out of every 1,000 newborns die before their first birthday, and 2.1 million children remain unvaccinated. UNICEF's representative in Nigeria, Christian Monduate, said it at a symposium with the theme reinforcing the role of media in mainstreaming child rights. Monduate emphasized that the transformative power of the media in influencing policy, public perception, and urgent action to improve children's lives. She noted that nearly half of Nigerian children live in poverty, with 67% experiencing multidimensional deprivations such as malnutrition, lack of education, and inadequate health care. Now to foreign news. The European Union's new top diplomat Kaja Kallas and the President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, have arrived in Kiev in a symbolic show of support for Ukraine on their first day in office. According to Costa, the European Union's new leadership is eager to demonstrate its firm backing for Kiev at a perilous moment for Ukraine, nearly 3 years into its fight against Russia's full-scale invasion. Questions surround the future of United States support once Donald Trump assumes office in January, with fears that he could pressure Kiev into making painful concessions in pursuit of a quick peace deal. Meanwhile, tensions have escalated as Russian President Vladimir Putin has threatened to strike government buildings in Kiev with his new Oreshnik missile following its first use against Ukraine last month. The Kremlin leader said the move was a response to Kiev receiving approval to strike targets inside Russia with American and British missiles, and he has warned of retaliatory strikes against countries supplying the weaponry. Now, sports. Foreign Nigerian international Mutiu Adepoju has stated that there is nothing wrong with interim Super Eagles coach Austin Eguavon extending invitations to inform players for the senior national team in the middle of qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Super Eagles recently lost 2-1 to Rwanda in their final 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Uyo. The defeat, which came after Eguavon made several changes to the squad, marked his first loss since taking over the team during the qualifying campaign. With the successful conclusion of the AFCON 2025 qualifying campaign, the Super Eagles A team now turn their focus to the 2026 World Cup African qualifying Group C fixtures. The team will face Rwanda away and Zimbabwe at home in March 2025. And that's all for the news at 4. Do not drive without a valid driver's license. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms and X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration launched Lag Ride with 1,000 units of sports utility vehicles? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, in collaboration with the Lagos Safety Commission, has intensified its advocacy campaign against smoking in public places. President Bola Tinubu has reiterated his administration's commitment to eliminating security threats and violent crimes in Nigeria. We also told you the European Union's new top diplomat, Kaja Kallas, and the President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, have arrived in Kiev in a symbolic show of support for Ukraine on their first day in office. And in sports, former Nigerian international Mutiu Adepoju has stated that there is nothing wrong with interim Super Eagles coach Austin Eguavon extending invitations to inform players for the senior national team in the middle of qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For contacts with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adibeshin. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon and happy new month.